Hello and welcome to day 4 of the Mindset Reset, which is partly a mindset prep for my clients who are doing the bricks method, and also just some daily nuggets to get you thinking a little bit differently to make sure that you can make some long-term changes and help you understand why things you've tried in the past maybe haven't worked and what you can do to make sure they do now. So we are on day 4. And today we are talking about, what does your goal life look like? So when you've picked your goal, where did it come from? Is it something you truly want? Or is it something that you saw as somebody else's goal? Is it a goal that Instagram told you should be your goal? Is it really something that you want to achieve? Because to achieve a goal, you need to be aligned with it. You need to really want it, because you're going to have to put effort in, even when you can't really be bothered, realistically. So, for example, if you have a fat loss goal, you will need to make good choices with your nutrition. You will need to be active. You will need to prioritize your sleep. You will need to look at the quality of your diet, etc. And if you are not truly aligned with the goal that you have set, you're going to find that really difficult on the days where you're tired, or you can't be bothered, or the day isn't going to plan. It's really easy to revert back to old habits on those days if you are not really aligned and in tune with the goal that you are chasing. So alongside that, let's say that weight loss or fat loss is your goal. That's not the end goal. What's the real goal? And this is where we need to dig a bit deeper and let ourselves be a little bit vulnerable, just to ourselves, not outwardly. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It's not about that. But dig deep into, why do you want to lose that body weight? Why is being smaller going to make your life better? And quite often there will be something either that's happened or something that you couldn't do that you feel you'll be able to do, or that wouldn't have happened if you were in a smaller body. So let's give some examples of clients that I've worked with. So if a client comes to me and says, okay, so one client said that she wanted to lose about 2 stone. And I said, okay, why 2 stone? And she said, well, I'm this size now and then I'll be that size. Okay, but why do you want to be that size? Oh, I'll just look better. Okay, but what else can you do when you're that size? So we went on with these questioning, I was just trying to help her find that real reason that was in there. And essentially, she couldn't run around with her kids the way she wanted to. She couldn't play. And she found herself not even trying to play because she was embarrassed about how out of breath she was getting, or the fact that there was a time where they were playing a game and she would need to sit on the floor, and she couldn't easily get up and down off the floor. So she didn't want to do it, and she couldn't be part of that fun with her kids. And that was the actual trigger to her wanting to lose weight. So once we had that in mind, that meant that I could then tailor the fact that, okay, so you want to move better, you want to be comfier, you want there to be less pressure on your joints. This is how we're going to go about it. And we got really in tune with what the actual goal was. And then we had testing points along the way. So I'd be like, okay, this weekend, I want you to go and play that game with the kids. And let's see where you're at now. And then she could see the progress that was direct to what she was trying to achieve, rather than just jumping on the scales that doesn't reflect lots of other things. So that's what I mean by being really aligned with your goal. Dig deep and work out what you really want to happen. What is your life going to look like when you achieve that goal? And if we look at something other than weight loss, let's say that you want to be a runner. Okay, great, but why? Why do you want to run? What do you want to achieve? And it could be that you're just quite competitive and you want to start a new hobby that you can get really good at. Great. Okay, what kind of distance are we looking at? Do you want to be a sprinter? Do you want to be an endurance runner? Do you want to do fell running? Do you want to be at mountains? Because again, that's how we're going to shape the pathway to that goal. Do we need to be working on sprints, or do we need to be working on endurance? Either way, we need to be getting you more mobile. We need to be working on your joint mobility and stability. We need to make sure you know how to fuel yourself well for whichever option we're working on. And you need to know how, if you're going, let's say the goal was a marathon. Okay, there's a lot of training involved in this. Are you going to be able to fit that into your life? And this is how much time is going to be needed there. Do you want that enough to give up that time? Yes. Okay, brilliant. Here's what we're going to do. Here's some conversations you need to be having with your family. Here's what you need to be planning in around work. And we make a real plan to make it work within your lifestyle, or to make the lifestyle adaptations that are needed. Otherwise, you're going in blind to something. And if you don't fully understand it, and you don't dig in deep to emotionally attach yourself to it, because particularly as females, we're emotional beings. We need to be fully onboarded and our emotions in the right place for something if we're going to give a lot of time to it. Particularly as well, if you're a mum or if you care for somebody and you'll be taking time away from those people, or prioritizing your own time alongside time for those people, you need to be really aligned with it and really in tune with it and really want it. And again, as I said earlier, those days where you don't feel like getting up and going for a run, that end goal is going to be your reason why, if you're truly connected to it. So think about what your goal is, then dig a little bit deeper into why that is your goal, and what will your life look like when you achieve that goal. And write this down. Make sure you've got a note of it. Really think about, do what I would call a brain dump of it, like I suppose a vision board, maybe. I don't know. I'm not very good with those kinds of things, but just brain dump it all. Get it out of your head. How are you going to feel? What will life look like? Why do you want it? Why do you want your life to look that way? What will it mean to you to achieve this goal? And that's how you get attached to your goal. That's how you become aligned with it. And that's how you find the reasons to do the behaviors and the habits and the efforts that are needed when you really can't be asked. When your alarm goes off and you're like, no, okay, yeah, it'll be worth it, blah, blah, blah. So dig deep. So if you are doing this live with me, and today's Thursday, the 27th of March, 2025 for you, then you are in my WhatsApp group, and I want you to send me a WhatsApp with 2 things that the future goal version of you does. What 2 things that are involved in what that goal life looks like. So, for example, like the client example that I gave, if your goal is 2 stone weight loss, what's happening when you've lost that goal? What does your life look like? And I want 2 things. What is the goal? And what can you do when you get there? And how does life feel? Send it to me on WhatsApp. If you are not doing this live with us, you need to put this in your calendar with all the other things from this week, or in your notes app that you've been keeping this week, and hold yourself to it. Like it's really quite interesting when you first start to dig a bit deeper into how you feel about things and your reasons for things, rather than just, oh yeah, I want to lose weight because I'll feel better. Well, yeah, you probably will. Sorry, better. Let's talk properly, Kirsty. I want to lose weight because I'll feel better. Well, yeah, of course you will. But when? When are you going to feel better? Why will you feel better? And how are you going to get there? So be more specific and get attached and aligned with your goal. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will be back tomorrow for our final day, day 5 of the Mindset Reset.